Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the latest page of the Void manga. Let us begin. Okay, so today we're going over the latest page of the Void manga. Now, as of last week, we had the last page, which was right here. Where do we begin? To begin the story of Andrel. Now, this has moved on, so when you actually go towards the actual manga pages, when you actually want to read the manga, you will now be on page 7. So, judging by that, here is page 7. The page 7 is the porting into the actual trial, where Zeth has actually pretty much just ported Andrel into the first initial trial of the path of soul shaping, or where you actually begin within the Void game. I want this to be pretty much near on the same as the actual game, hence why I actually used a lot of the screenshots and everything and all the architecture to go with this, so it actually looks like when you're actually reading the manga, you actually read the game at the same time, if you get what I mean by that. That means that the portrayal in the game and the manga will be pretty much really exact, and it will actually flesh it out a bit more. When we actually come onto this, if we actually zoom in, we can see the portal in, and then this is the Path of Souls by Zeth explaining it. The fire on which Zeth is actually talking is more for emphasis than anything, just as an FYI. This is actually the original starting position for the actual game, because I really wanted to encapsulate how the actual game loads you in to the actual game as a whole. So it's the same stance, same everything. This is once he's ported in, this is how you start the game. And that's what I thought was a really cool idea, just going along with all of that. Moving on to this, Zeth is explaining the trials to regain your past soul shard. And you can just see, to begin, you must first face Gordros, Guardian of the Abyss. And you can just see a small silhouette of Gordros just standing there waiting for the next page. I've actually already drafted up like the next 8 pages because I've done the entire fight. It just depends on how fast we can actually get the pages done and to a good standard, because I got a bit carried away when it came towards drafting up everything, and the Gordros fight is pretty cool because it actually encapsulates essence as a whole from the lore and everything to that effect, so everything coincides together as one unified thing. So I have to be really careful on the way I'm actually portraying it, so it's actually working with the lore, with the game, and with the manga at the exact same time. I really want this to actually be the same, because you're telling basically the same story with everything, and that's what I'm trying to encapsulate with all of that. Alongside that, I'm really looking forward to the Gordros fight. The portal in, obviously it's going to be the thumbnail, but everything to that effect. Very happy with this page, and you guys can read the manga page on dalagggstudios.com under manga, which is just under Void manga, and you can go and read that right there. However, this week we're actually going to be covering for the next few days, alternating between gameplay stuff, so what actually is going on in the game, along with lore at the same time. So it's going to alternate between the two for roughly the next 9 days. That being said, I just wanted to make that clear so everyone can, if you are coming from Steam and you're coming to have a look at the game stuff, you can actually have usable guides that you can actually use to actually play the game. If you are actually struggling with anything, or you want to just a little bit more of an understanding on how things are going out, like items, enchants, settings, and all of that in between. And then we're going on to the lore with like Zorbros, Andrel, Zeth, everyone of that, and even a bit of blade binding when it comes towards the power system or the magic system as a whole. Alongside that, that is everything for today. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.